Go. Oh, review of Hyrule Warriors of Calamity. Yay. First of all, I'd like to go into the art style. Fantastic. Really happy with the amount of games in good. I don't complete games. Fantastic. Art. This is the second Zelda game I've completed on stream. First one being Breath of the Wild. Played some games in between. Played through Baldur's Gate 3. And now did Age of Calamity. Yay. So art, very, very good. They worked well with the Breath of the Wild team to get down the characteristics we became familiar with in the game. Good work. Everyone did this. Voices, and really good. That's another thing. The voice, nothing. Just that whole combination of animation, voice, really, really well done. Game. In terms of Breath of the Wild, probably tops like first Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild are way up here, right? Like the excellence bar, okay, is super excellence, and then this one is still very, very good. Didn't quite get me as much as say Breath of the Wild. I think some of that had to do with just the style of game it is. I've never played a Dynasty Warriors style game. My first one, so I may be expecting a lot out of anything that I play that's a Dynasty Warriors style game, because that excellent game and hopefully an excellent example of that particular genre. Story, pretty good, interesting. Spoiler time. At the very beginning, we have change in history as a little guardian, baby guardian, back in time, and then things change from there. And at the end of this, we beat back the Calamity. Gone. Had friends come in from the future that we had all met in Breath of the Wild. And the point where we previously knew that pilots of the Divine Beast had fallen, future Guardians came in and helped take care of them, and comes in whoever you're playing at the time, and you go and you the various Ganon forms inside the Divine Beast. And then you go through Hyrule Castle and you destroy Calamity Ganon, the darkness. And yeah. So where does that leave Breath of the Wild 2? Is it going to just directly follow Breath of the Wild? Is it going to follow this? But this now an alternate timeline. But how are they going to treat this? I question. And yeah. What else can we talk about? Gameplay. Gameplay was good. It's fun beating up a lot of enemies. Flashing pins for your maracas if Etsu has to. Yeah. That's it was very fun. That the Chica Slate powers all being different was cool. Sometimes they worked better on some champions than others, or the way they worked differently was more effective on different enemies. Like when you could the big Cyclops piece, the Hynexes. If you had the bombs that on your character and they kind of went up in the air and down, you put him in the eye and get that the hits in as he's going around covering his eye, and you're slamming the hits in a little more. Get a couple extra hits in you normally have. otherwise. So that was interesting. Uh, Sometimes it just didn't work. With Link, you go to the Sheikah Slate, select the bombs, and you had to do uh the left stick to aim. Sometimes you could just aim with the right thumbstick, but you needed the left stick. And sometimes for some reason they let the right one work. Sometimes they didn't. Sometimes the left one worked. Sometimes you were just sort of stuck if you were kind of in like a little corner area, would just sort of stick you there and not allow you to rotate with the thing. So a couple minor gripes on control issues like that. Uh, Link's ice block, his base is what they call it, Cronus block. When he summons it, it forms a block right underneath him. Then when the enemy smashes into it, who are basically in the air, it automatically goes into a hang glide thing. That's not exactly useful when you get your sword swipes in quick. It would be better if, because the height get off the enemy smashing into the block automatically hang glides, it'd be useful if it just went to sword slashing and you knew you wanted to go in a downward motion at your target as you were targeted on the enemy. So yeah, but overall that's relatively minor. I like the upgrade system. That was great. The only thing didn't necessarily I, I get the mechanic, and it made you more powerful behind the scenes. I think it probably did help with way, but there's no real display of that other than you go in and where it seems, but you don't have any stats reflective of it or anything. You get more hearts, sure, but you get more hearts throughout the game anyway as you got materials and +200. Could level up or you could get the hearts. Either way, it it was just a little weird how it was implemented. It helps. Very good soundtrack. I'd get the album, buy the vinyl, or yeah. Oh, game, have fun. Art, gameplay is really good. It did get. It took a little getting used to that it was a Dynasty style game because you can't go over everything and go wherever like in Breath of the Wild, and that's simply the type of game you're playing, right? So I'm not going to really knock it for that. I'm just saying my brain had to go a few times. Oh, right, I can't do that, and so you had to kind of travel around. The other, probably another point that I would say against it, really, I don't know. Another negative is that you can get through the game with just getting stuff you can. I did do a little grinding offline a little for things go, so you don't necessarily have to grind, but if you want to get hours, yeah, you do. Especially if you want 100% game, you're gonna have to grind. Eh, some of it was all right because you just got it as you went. Like, okay, all right, that it's bad. Out of all the ways of grinding I've played ever, it's okay. They still kind of fun. All right to blast through. I was interested in times, different whatever. Now there's more I could do in this. Could reassemble our little guardian friend, sacrifice himself. By the way, art there. that little sacrifice, and yeah, so brought on a little bit of feel. It was nice seeing Zelda grow in power in the game, become confident, and yeah, takes over and all the butt everywhere. That was kind of fun. Powers was a little confusing. Light bow, and you got like little bursts of light, and you had a bow that you didn't really that you use sometimes. Yeah, that was a little weird. But at the end, game today, you back Calamity Ganon. All right. Oh, timeline separate, timeline different. And so I'm wondering how this affects Breath of the Wild. What timeline they're going? Okay, Breath of the Wild, Breath of the Wild 2, or if it's Breath of the Wild, then Age of Calamity, which was, well, for you, it would be over here beyond, it, but it happened here, and then Breath of the Wild 2, if it's sort of insert itself and then back, back and forth. Yeah. So don't know what's going to happen with that story. Find out how they treat it. That can mean a lot of different master so have it in both games now. So do you power it? Do you make it as powers up? What becomes your? That's very interesting. That's different and changed. And so, yes, this was a ramble review, and it's my channel, so there you go. Anyway, one last time. We'll just say the positives on positive notes. Music, voices, art, very good. Gameplay, good, solid. That's where a little bit of my problems lie. But other than that, fun game. Uh, Plenty to do. Story for good. Liked it a lot, and that will complete our Hyrule Warriors Age of playthrough by our buddy again. I'll probably do that off another stream. I don't yet. So, thank you all for joining me again. There, that is LASAIR on all the things Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. You can subscribe to this channel for Amazon Prime Gaming subscription. Hey, have fun with that. So much for watching. Please be kind to your